Hey everybody, how are my desert gardeners doing today? It rained yesterday here in Phoenix. I'm actually from Goodyear, just 25 minutes outside of it, and what a beautiful day. Good humidity, the plants got natural rainwater, which is great. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about to teach you how to grow here in Arizona is just a stunner of a plant that does really well here, and that's the Tropical Pink Guava. You really can't get a better plant that'll produce a ton of guava, a ton of tasty fruit. Does really well here with our sun. Just really needs some deep watering to get going and stay established, and then among some other things. But really what I wanted to start here was just this. The one you're looking at here I got as a 5-gallon plant from Elgin Nursery, which is a West Valley nursery here in the Phoenix Valley. And when I got her, she was probably only really about 3 feet tall, maybe 2 feet wide. This is after 3 years of growth and quite a bit of pruning. So one thing to note with guavas, fruit and flowering happen on new growth. So you don't have to be afraid to cut these back. Right now we probably have, I don't know, there's probably close to 100 fruiting guavas starting here. I'll show you a close-up here in a separate clip. Again, just a really easy plant to grow here. Again, this is after 3 years of growth. She's probably about 10 feet tall, about 5 feet wide, and that was after pruning her in the springtime, and I probably didn't prune her enough. So let's get into some stats on how to really grow this. So really what these need, full sun so that they can flower and produce fruit correctly. Watering, especially when they're young, they're going to want frequent watering, okay? And really as they get older, you can go into deep rooted watering, so that's going to be longer periods of time with probably heavier gauge gallon per hour drippers, or the bubblers that you can do more like a 180 or a 360 water flow, and then you can control the flow or how much of the flow it is. But really what she gets now, being this old, this big and fruiting, is every couple days I run for an hour and a half, and then she's got 360-degree bubblers, pretty much in the formation of a triangle at her root zone, and that runs for an hour and a half. When we get into the summer, like really part of the summer, right now it's June 2nd as I'm filming this, she's going to probably then get, I'd probably say every 2 days there'll be a little half-hour boost, and then about every 3 to 5 she'll get that 1.5 hour to 2 hour deep soak, which they really love. Again, when they're starting out, you're going to want to do some frequent water. You may even want to shade her, use some 30%, 40% shade cloth if you can, really until they get big enough like this and they can just handle everything that you can throw at them. But I can't think of an easier plant to grow that'll give you great fruit. Here's a picture, or I'm sorry, a video of the flower. It's a beautiful white flower, butterflies, bees. They all go nuts for this plant too as well. So it's a great pollinator, very friendly to all the pollinators out here. And essentially what this fruit's going to do, so we flower in the springtime, we're setting fruit right now. So I probably won't be able to eat this fruit till fall and or probably winter. Well, she may flower a little bit again, and then we'll start the cycle all over. So sometimes you get one crop, sometimes you get two with these. Also too in the winter, these are pretty hardy in the winter. You may see the leaves get kind of like a purple or a brownish tinge on them if they get a little cold struck. That's okay, it'll cycle through that next year's growth. So don't worry about it. It's actually kind of pretty too when they turn that color. So again, first year plants, you may want to protect it. You may not have to. It really depends on, you know, if you're in the far east or far west valley where you don't really have a lot of these suburban cement, rock, and heat keeping us warmer at night, maybe just frost cloth it for its first year. This is a beast. I highly recommend this. This is a great one to start with, along with like a pomegranate or a Barbados cherry, which I'll be showing you in the next videos as well. So anyway, start with the Tropical Pink Guava. There's a ton of different guavas out there, from Ruby Supreme, Mexican Cream, Thai White. There's a ton of them. And again, Elgin Nursery is a great source for that. Green Life, Seamus O'Leary's is a fantastic source, amongst many others here in the valley. So great one to start with. It won't fail you. Just take care of it and feed it, which you're going to need to do too. So when you want to feed it, you know, compost, a balanced fertilizer. So I use a balanced organic one, so every month she gets it. And you got to use worm and seaweed emulsion. That's great too. Again, you can get that stuff at the worm farm. You can get it at Seamus O'Leary's. You can get fish emulsion at like Home Depot or Lowe's. You want to apply that. Another thing you want to do is mycorrhizae. So as you're planting it, sprinkle a little bit that where the roots are going to touch it, and that's just a fungus that will kind of create an extension of the roots outward, and it becomes a part of it, becomes symbiotic for it. So another great thing to do. We've done that with every plant that we have here. It's just something that will absolutely make or break how successful your plant does, especially here in Phoenix. Yeah, so again, let's recap. Sun, we're going to do full sun, okay? It's okay if you do a little bit of part sun, especially as it gets going, shaded if it's new in the ground, but ultimately full sun is going to be the best way to go. Watering, frequent watering in the beginning, and then you want to do long, deep soaks as she gets older because you want a little bit of dry time in between. And then ultimately this plant will probably get 15 to 20 feet high if you let it. If not, you can keep it bushier like this, keep it to around 10 or 12. That way you got a lot of nice thick stems to help with the fruiting. Again, this fruits on and flowers on new growth, so pruning this is not a big deal. It's what you actually want to do in the springtime as it starts waking up and gets going. And then ultimately when you're feeding it, again, you can use things like compost, fish emulsion, balanced organic fertilizers like I use, and ultimately just pay attention to it. And it's okay, especially when it's first starting out or in the oppressive heat of the summer when we're getting up to like 110, 115. Really, if you start seeing a lot of plants just kind of limp over like this, kind of like how we all feel when you're out in the desert sun, it's hot. Don't panic. If it perks up later in the evening, then you're good. If it's staying perked over like that, you may want to give it a little extra water, especially if it's still establishing its root system. Okay? Well, look, go get yourself a tropical pink guava, or really any guava for that matter. There are some different kinds of guavas, like pineapple guavas and stuff, very different care. So if you got any questions, let me know. We're in the Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever I can do to help you, let me know. And if not, I'll go find the answer for you or direct you to someone that's probably more experienced than I am. So thanks, Desert Gardeners. Don't give up, keep going, and enjoy gardening.